My people, what's going on? It's Jessie Kaelyn, your empathic mirror to your soul, your brother in arms in the war for peace. And this is your weekly energetic reading for the week of April 18th, 16th? April 16th in 2018. First off, if you would like a personal reading with me, please see the instructions down below if you would like to schedule in a healing Reiki section, which is done long distance. Time and space are non-linear. I do not need to be in the same room with you to feel your vibes and to adjust accordingly. That information will be down below as well. For the auditory learners, send the payment for whichever you would like to through Venmo or PayPal to jessiekaelyn777@gmail.com, and then immediately send me an email to the same address regarding your question or concern and or availability, depending on what you want to get. And if you would like to do an energy exchange for the time given, I will never say no. The suggested is $5.55, but that information, the same thing, Venmo or PayPal. Okay, now that the business is done with, this week I'm using The Wild Wisdom of the Fairy Oracle by Lucy Cavendish and Selena Fenich. And for those of you who are new to the channel and might be confused to my appearance, I am a transgendered man. I'm a man inside a woman's body. I am pre-hormone, pre-op, pre-everything, and also, you know, new with this business. So the financial flow is coming. Oh, it's coming. I am so ready to direct reflect how I feel on the inside. But so if you decide to support the channel in any way, I love you, and it's helping me grow. Okay, so let's, 1, 2, 3, overall tone. All right. Next week might be a bit of a struggle, but in a delightful way. In a global consciousness evolutionary kind of way. We will be experiencing on an individual basis problems. And I say that in quotes because there are no problems, there are only solutions that we as divine figures of energy are here to coincide and co-create. Okay, so let's get started. For the beginning of the week, we have light the darkness, ancestors, ancestral line, and generational shift. What this card represents to me is that we are going to be faced with the wall of consciousness that is stuck, like it's a generational thing, it's a cultural thing. And we may find ourselves face to face with people who we never thought we would experience this from. We didn't think that these people that we connect with, that we are kindred, that are in our vibe tribe, essentially. And it's like, wait, really? That's what you think about this issue? Really? Wait, you have a block here? That is so strange. So do your best to be kind, be open, be honest, be an open flow of information. Do your best to not be offended by whatever may arise. But it is going to hurt our ego a little bit because the utopia that we hold in our hearts as light workers, it's like, where do we begin? We really have this far to go? I thought we were so much closer than this, but we are the lights shedding on the dark aspects of the world, on the misinformation. We are the lights of truth. We are the beacons of truth going like, that's not so much the case, okay? And then we have far, far away creative daydreaming for the middle of the week. So, for most of us, this is like in chunks of time. So in the middle of the week, to kind of cope with this, use the power of manifestation, right? Don't talk about it. Don't sulk about it. Hold in your heart that your struggles will pay off in the long run. If not for yourself, for generations to come, right? The positive ripple effect that happens when we kind of douse darkness with light, you know, even if the other person doesn't take it very well, because when people's egos are very real. Even though they're an illusion, this world is an illusion. This matrix, this 3D reality is an illusion. This is technically the dreaming world. and when we go to sleep or when we meditate or whatever, like that's the real world. Okay. So this light, the darkness, that positive ripple effect, and just imagining the world that will be, not what could be. There is no wiggle room for doubt that what we are struggling with will pay off in the long run. All right? So I just heard escape mechanism and don't. So don't use the power of your thought to escape. Now is not the time to medicate, even with marijuana, marijuana. Okay, wait, hold up. Okay, viewers watching, marijuana is a spiritual tool. As long as you do not use it as an escape mechanism and use it as a connective tool to spirit, you're in the right boat. All right? So I'm not sensing, okay, so like I started to go into that message, but that is actually not so much the case. All right, so don't use it as a crutch, use it as a tool, use it as that sort of tool, but don't use your thought realm to escape your reality. Can I get some clarification on this? Okay. They want you to be very careful with the thoughts that you are thinking with the power of your daydreaming, creative daydreaming. You are creating with your daydreaming. Thought becomes form. All right? So if you find yourself thinking things like it's hopeless, there's no point, stop. Stop. Because then you're creating a future, you're creating a reality, you're bringing that in, all right? Use your daydreaming, use your thought process in the powerful, constructive manner that it can be utilized in. And then at the end of the week, we have the secret path, an irresistible pull down a distinct path, ley lines, and mystical traditions. The feeling that I'm getting with this, and hold on, there's like 3 beings. Can you just give me one thought, please? Tangibility, hope, progress, yearning. All right, so, and it's still in Mercury retrograde, or no, it's the shadow period. Oh, okay. Things are starting to click into place, but sort of in a slow mentality because retrograde, Mercury goes direct on the 15th, but then there's that 2-week shadow period. So you are starting to feel as if there is a little bit of hope. Personal experiences, personal callings, personal progress. So while at first we're taking care of business for the unity consciousness, for global consciousness, to heal the sickness that really just brings humanity down, then it's kind of like, well, what about me? How do I move forward? What is best for me? And you're going to be receiving signs. I'm seeing people see things with their physical eyes, but then putting things together with their third eye about, well, what does this mean? What is this sign? And it's going to be fairly obvious for those of us who are very ready, which is the majority of those watching this channel. And it's due diligence. You're putting in your dues. You're confronting the darkness. You have hope for the future. Do not have any doubt that humanity is on the right track. Look at our history over the past lifetime, just over the past 100 years. Look at the progress that has been made, globally speaking. You can see the global consciousness in effect when you just look at women's rights throughout history, throughout the world. It all kind of happens within the same 20, 30 years. That women were just like, excuse me? No, excuse me? All right, so we are taking steps as a collective, as a race, as a species on this planet as she wakes up. All right, so first we confront, then we add in, and then we wonder and we get signs of what to do for our own personal journeys. Progress is the word. Time to take action. Not at the end of this week, but I'm feeling at the beginning of next, something like that, where this is the information coming in. This is your soul feeling a call and wondering where it leads, and understanding, for most cases, understanding what the next step is to take, but knowing that some things have to come into formation before you can take that solid step. Okay? Sorry, there's a dog barking, and Angel. We'll see. Oh, yeah, whispers. I'm working. Okay. Overall tone. Cry for nature. Mourning for something sacred which seems lost. Really? Really? I have to confront this? I thought we were done with that. I thought that we were headed toward a progress, and especially if you know what's going on in the good old US of A. My country. I mean, that's one blessing to Trump, right? Bringing out the ugly side that we thought was gone. That's white privilege right there, if I've ever heard any. Oh, we thought that was done. No, no, it's still very, very ugly. And so mourning for something sacred which seems lost. It is not lost. It is simply not present at this time. We are living in a period of humanity, of transition. And that's why we are here. That's why we are born. We chose to be here at this point in time, to be the oars in the water to change direction of the boat. And it's not a great feeling this week. It's not a happy feeling. It's not a celebratory feeling. It's a work week, y'all. It's a work week, and not in a deep spiritual personal sense, but in a confrontation to the contrast, right? And treating it with kindness. Do your best not to deliver their own energy back at them. That is counterintuitive. It is counterproductive. Do your best to be different, to love them, to understand that this is conditioning. This is ego. This is misinformation, misinformed, taught the wrong things. And they are not hopeless or helpless to learn and change. But the process is always going to be a little bit rocky, crumbly, bumpy, bruisey for them. And the experience, as sensitive people, can be almost as bumpy and bruisey and rocky and hurtful as you provide the light, because that's what empaths are, and that's basically the function of humanity. We numb ourselves to our connectedness, but as you destroy someone's ego, it kind of hurts you too. If nothing else, because it sucks away your energy, right? But keep the hope. Keep in mind that the future is coming, that with each moment you have, each victory you have, each successful educative adventure you have with those around you, the ripple effects are boundless and limitless and endless. Okay? And then at the end of the week, you're gonna get a little goodie from the universe of like, well, what can I do? What's for me now? And even though that's a very egotistical mentality, that is a rule book of this experience with the egos. And you can transcend the egos, but you don't want to abandon them either. A lot of people in the spiritual community, they think that transcending the ego is the ultimate, is the reason for spirituality in the first place. Do not abandon your ego. Train it. Don't let your ego deter you because of this sort of energy of being used by the universe for the greater good, right? Don't let that deter you from following your higher self and experiencing love and joy and happiness and taking the steps necessary in order to do just that. This week, it's sort of like, first we are sacrificing at the altar of deliverance before we can get that deliverance. That's what this week is all about, all right? And I'm not done. I want to pull another card from this deck. A clarifier and additional message. And I might even, no, just this deck, okay. Keeper of secrets. Use your discernment. Confide in a trusted friend, or not even. That trusted friend can be Spirit Source Creator. If you watched the message from Spirit, The Struggle is Real, that video that I put out yesterday, being friends, best friends with Spirit and going within that very own place, that can be your trusted friend. You can talk to your angels, you can journal write, you can connect, but really, really do practice discernment when it comes to sharing your secrets, your understandings of the universe. You don't want to tell it to people where it's just going to fall on deaf ears, right? So trust your intuition. Keep silent about knowledge. Yeah. And that's something like, it's connected to this. There's got to be something better for me. And it's connected to, psychologically speaking, the more you talk about a goal, the more your brain thinks you've accomplished it, and it depletes your motivation to do so. So if you're starting to see things click together, or if you're starting to get signs of romance coming your way, don't get too excited and disperse that energy and thin it out. Keep it within yourself. Let it grow within you, so that it may reflect in your outer world. And I just got a huge itch on the crown of my head. All right. Let it grow. So even though this week is not going to be the most pleasant, there's something to be learned here. There's something to be, through us, put in the memory bank of the collective consciousness for future generations to benefit from. It's a big week, y'all. It's a big week. We may be even seeing a lot of contrast on the global scale, and people's reaction to it, and the divine feminine energy coming forth to explain the truth of the matter. And even if you're a divine masculine energy oriented person, feeling that divine, supporting that divine feminine, taking order from the divine feminine, that's a good thing. The divine feminine needs structure and support. That is literally the whole purpose to divine masculine energy. Okay? Alrighty. There it is. Hooray! Have a great week, y'all. I'm here for you. If you need me, you know where to find me for personal guidance. I love you so much for loving yourself. Thank you for being here. Thank you for having me. Take good care. All right? I'll talk to you soon. Bye.